Let's get right into this. Number 10. The tunnels under Paris older than Rome. The tunnels under Paris are older than Rome. Yeah, because when the city above was still figuring out what bread even was, the ground below was already running side quests. These limestone quarries eventually became catacombs, holding 6 million skeletons, basically Paris's most committed long-term residents. Urban planners still rely on old survey maps to avoid buildings sinking into the hollow maze, which honestly feels too relatable, like you trying to build a stable life on emotional potholes you pretend aren't there. And every time researchers think they've mapped the place, they find a new chamber like Paris is just casually DLC dropping content. But sure, keep saying nothing happens underground. Meanwhile, the city is literally sitting on a goth-themed basement. Number 9. The Lost City Beneath Mexico City. There's an ancient lost city beneath Mexico City. Yep, the modern capital is basically built on top of someone else's save file. Tenochtitlan was larger than London when Europeans still thought bathing was a seasonal event. Archaeologists keep finding temples under subway stations because Mexico City treats construction sites like lottery cards. Scrape a little, win an ancient pyramid, and the whole thing sinks several inches a year because it's built on a drained lake. Relatable, honestly. Trying to stand tall while the ground beneath you gives up. New discoveries keep contradicting old timelines, proving the city below wasn't lost, just waiting for humans above to stop making noise. Number 8. Hidden catacombs of London holding unmarked graves. London has hidden catacombs filled with unmarked graves. Yeah, nothing says cheerful European history like a bonus round of underground skeleton storage. Victorian plagues stuffed so many bodies below the city that some tunnels literally raised temperatures from decomposition. Today, engineers still avoid drilling through certain zones because nobody wants to accidentally unleash century-old surprises. It's basically London's version of clearing browser history. Shove it underground and pretend it never existed. And just when experts think they've catalogued the burial sites, ground scans reveal more pockets of bones like London is playing whack-a-mole with mortality. But hey, at least the rent is cheaper down there. Number 7. Ancient temples below Istanbul's streets. There are ancient temples hidden beneath Istanbul. Of course there are. Istanbul is that overachiever city built on so many civilizations, it's basically a historical lasagna. The Basilica Cistern alone looks like someone decorated a water tank with Roman Pinterest ideas. Every metro expansion reveals forgotten chapels, crypts, or pillars that nobody added to the architectural syllabus. Meanwhile, locals walk above it all on their morning commute, unaware they're stepping over temples older than entire languages. And the wild part? Some of these sites are better preserved than buildings constructed last decade. But sure, tell me humans are advancing. Even ancient basements have better craftsmanship than our new apartments. Number 6. Secret subway lines under New York never mapped. There are secret subway lines under New York that were never mapped. Absolutely, because New York can't just have rats, noise, and rent problems. It also needs hidden train lines. Abandoned stations like City Hall sit beneath the city like forgotten Instagram drafts. Engineers converted old tunnels into bomb shelters, mail routes, and speakeasies. Because why party above ground when you can drink under a collapsing century-old ceiling? And every few years, urban explorers leak footage of some mysterious passage that officials pretend doesn't exist. Relatable, ignoring problems until they become conspiracy theories. But the real twist? Some secret lines are still powered. So if the lights flicker, don't blame ghosts. Blame a train no one scheduled. Number 5. The forgotten civilization under Beijing. There's a forgotten civilization buried under Beijing. Technically, yes. Layers of ancient dynasties are stacked under modern streets, like someone kept hitting Zavasse on history. Excavations reveal walled cities, palaces, and drainage systems better designed than half our modern neighborhoods. Construction crews constantly halt projects because every time they dig, Beijing drops a new artifact like a historical loot box, and the city's foundations sit on centuries of rebuilt capitals, proof that humans kept respawning in the same location. The twist? Some underground structures still align perfectly with cosmic grids used for imperial planning. Imagine your apartment sitting on top of an ancient energy blueprint. Good luck sleeping. Number 4. The underground pyramid beneath Alaska rumors. There's a giant underground pyramid beneath Alaska, because obviously when Americans can't find Bigfoot, they decide to upgrade to secret pyramids. Military radar surveys did show strange geometric anomalies, but Arctic geology loves trolling researchers. Locals still swear the formation amplifies radio waves, like a cosmic Wi-Fi booster no one ordered. And honestly, Alaska is so empty, you could hide an entire alien Costco and no one would check. People love the theory because it feels cooler than the truth. The state sits on ridiculous tectonic folds. Still, every new scan hints the shape might not be natural. Perfect. The last thing we needed was a pyramid with trust issues. Number 3. The Nazi ghost city under Berlin. There's a Nazi ghost city under Berlin. Berlin really said one city above, one trauma bunker below. The underground complexes built during World War II stretch for miles, complete with tunnels designed for factories, shelters, and escape routes. After the war, many were sealed because nobody wanted teenagers hosting rave parties next to unexploded bombs. Today, parts remain undiscovered because documentation was shredded faster than a villain monologue. And yet, air pockets and hollow zones keep showing up on modern scans like the past is coughing politely. It's Berlin. Even its ghosts have architectural plans. At least they don't charge rent, which makes them nicer than modern landlords. Number 2. Moscow's Level 5 underground military city. Moscow has a secret Level 5 underground military city. Every spy rumor insists there's an entire subterranean Moscow too, connected by deep metro lines. And honestly, Russia would be the country to build a backup capital underground, in case the regular one has a bad day. Declassified documents hint at massive Cold War bunkers with enough capacity to house tens of thousands. Meanwhile, Moscow commuters ride above it, completely unaware they're basically on the roof of a military ant farm. And every once in a while, a tunnel worker reports hearing trains on tracks no one admits exist. Cute. Even their secrets have secrets. Number 1. Cursed sewer statues found below Rome. Rome has cursed statues hidden in the sewers. Of course it does. Rome is the city where even the plumbing has lore. Archaeologists discovered strange figurines in drainage systems, probably tossed there during rituals nobody wanted receipts for. Some were carved to ward off misfortune. Others looked like someone's nightmare had a pottery phase. Modern maintenance workers still refuse certain sections because the statues watch. And honestly, if you dropped ancient magic dolls into your toilet system, you'd also get cursed pipes. The funniest part, some statues were positioned perfectly upright by flowing water, like the sewer wanted them displayed. Rome stays dramatic.